Welcome into Bengals Breakdown by Chat Sports. I am Tom Downey here with the latest on Cincinnati, and today's video focuses in on Joe Mixon. Katie Blackburn, the EVP for the Bengals, spoke on Mixon's future. We'll get to the quote in a little bit. We do not have the rights to play the audio of it. I will say the way it sounds versus just the reading of the quote is substantially different, and I'll kind of break down what I mean there. But the Joe Mixon rumors have been around the entire offseason. Is he going to be a Bengal? Is he going to get cut? I doubt anyone trades for him, but the rumors have continued to percolate, and there is uncertainty on the future of Joe Mixon and his spot with the Bengals organization. Here's what Katie Blackburn had to say. First time, I'll read the quote, then I'll kind of go through more along the lines of how it sounded. Right now, he's on the team, and we're going to count on him until that wouldn't be the case. He's done a lot of great things to the team. I think he still has a lot of production in him. That's how it reads. It's not how it sounded, though. The actual audio of it was more like along the lines of, he's on the team right now. You know, we're going to count on him until it wouldn't be the case. It was not confident. It was not a firm declaration of he's on the team. It was a wishy-washy, well, he's here for now. Like, that's what it was. And that, when I read it, I'm like, okay, that makes sense. I wasn't anything else. When I heard it, I was like, oh, well, that kind of changes things a little bit here. More on Mixon, some replacements here. But if you want even more Bengals YouTube coverage, we need you guys to sub. We are still behind the Texans and the Commies, who I hate, in the race to the next full-time YouTube channel here at Chat Sports. Simply subscribing is the biggest thing you can do. Keep watching all of our videos all the way through. Hit that sub button, though, for more free Bengals videos. It wouldn't be a conversation if Joe Mixon was more efficient. He's just not. Under 4 yards a carry. And I know the offensive line, trust me, I get it. It's part of the argument against it, is a big reason why Mixon's numbers don't pop off the screen of like 3.9, 4.1. I actually would like to see Mixon utilized more in the passing game. I know they don't trust him as a pass protector. I know that. But as a pass catcher, there is still some value there. And the Bengals are going to get more help. They can say all they want that they like their guys. Entering with the running back room of Joe Mixon, Chris Evans, Travion Williams, I will bet all of my money they add at least somebody in the draft or in free agency. Now, I'll cheat and say undrafted free agents count, but I think they'll add somebody more notable in the end anyway. That could change Mixon's future depending on what level of investment the Bengals make. I think in particular in the draft. We'll get to that, but I want you guys to predict for me. Will Joe Mixon be on the Bengals roster in 2023? Why for yes and for no in the comment section. I wonder, deep down I do, if the Bengals are just trying to wait until they see what happens in the draft. This running back draft class, I got 10 names on here that I think are going to be borderline top 100 guys, and I left off about 5 more that could have also made this list. Maybe you don't want to take Bijan in the first. That's fine. Maybe you want to take Jahmyr Gibbs or Devon Achane in the second. But could a Zach Charbonnet, a Tank Bigsby appeal to you in the third? Maybe Charbonnet in the second even? What about Roschon Johnson, Tajay Spears, Zach Evans? One of my guys, Israel Abanikanda, who isn't maybe a good pass protector. That's a red flag since you don't have one of those right now. Eric Gray is a good football player. My guess, and I will emphasize guess here because he's on the roster for now, right? This might come down to the draft pick or picks made at the running back spot by the Bengals. If they take a running back early and or sign a veteran, like I know Ezekiel, it's still lingering out there, you can move on from Joe Mixon. And when you're going to pay Joe Burrow, when you're going to pay Jamar Chase, and you want to pay T. Higgins as well, the $10 million in savings you would make by cutting Joe Mixon, at least as a designated post-June 1st cut, is significant. It's a lot of money for a running back who averaged under 4 yards per carry. I'm not trying to be anti-Joe Mixon. I'm trying to be overarching roster construction guy. I can save that $10 million, give a lot of it to T. Higgins for an extension, or at least give it to T. Higgins for an extension and plus other money. It's at least worth considering if you are the Cincinnati Bengals.